morning, YouTubers. We're back out here on the Columbia River again, launching out of Stevenson, Washington. Got my Hobie. I'm going chasing spring smallmouth again. Actually, yeah, it's still spring. It's May the 2nd. We're gonna go out here and throw some crankbaits. Last week we did pretty good on cranks. I'm thinking the bite's gonna be a little bit better today. Hoping the bite's gonna be better. It's gonna be a beautiful day. I'm gonna get on the water and I will catch you there. That didn't take long. I'm gonna hit this bait going up the side here, going on downriver. Had this bandit crankbait. It dives about 6 feet deep, 3 to 6 feet deep, perch colored. Last weekend it did pretty good in the rain. I'm not sure how it's gonna do. The sun's gonna be out a little bit more today, but we're gonna give her heck. We're gonna find out. The water might be, well, they're dropping water. They're dumping water out of the dam. So you can see on the bank line, if you haven't noticed, it's dropped about, looks like about 8 inches. And probably since last night. So I don't know what it's going to do to the fish. We had a front come through. It's May 2nd. Usually May is just a fantastic month for chasing smallies on the Columbia. Fish are moving into their spawning grounds, getting ready to eat, and I'd be really surprised if I didn't have a pretty good day today. We tried a couple different swim baits on that NED rig, on that Ned head. Honestly, throw this out there for a minute just to make sure I'm not being over. Like I'm not looking over stuff. Oh, that was a fish. I think it was fish. There's a better one. About time. I thought I saw some fish sitting there. Oh, that's a good one. Let's hope he didn't swallow it. What's he want to do? No, he didn't. He's right in the mouth. Let's see if I can get him. Oh, gosh. Darn it. That's a 3-pounder. That's a big old fish. That is a big old fish. That's a big old fish. I'm pretty sure he's 3. find out. She is fat. What the heck, did it not work? Of course it won't work today. Oh my goodness. Did I leave my battery on and not? Well, typical Tom. Typical Tom. That guy. Well, all I can say is that's a pig. That's a fatty. And I would say she's 3 pounds. I would say that for sure. But we'll see. I mean, well, we won't see because I don't have a scale. I don't have nothing to measure with. My scale is, battery's dead. Go figure. And my battery's dead on my scale, and I didn't bring my stick to measure her, but I'm thinking she's fat. She's maybe 18 inches, maybe a little bigger, but I thought I saw some fish back there. That's why I tried this Ned there, and I felt the bump, and then I let her go, and that's a big one. We're gonna go see if we can get another big one. There's a fish. That's another better fish, I think. It's hard to tell. He ain't like the last one, but he's a good fish. He ain't seen the boat yet, though. Oh, yeah. Better fish. Alrighty. See, now we're starting to get into some better fish. Of course, we got the old NED rig out. You know, the action on that, but that's a good 14-inch fish. Nice fish. That was a nice fish. A lot of times that's what happens on the Columbia, because the water is so clear, is that fish will go deeper, and either you got to use a deeper diving crankbait or a NED rig or some kind of finesse grub. And you know, it's still early. I can still catch them on cranks, and I'm still going to throw it. I guarantee it, I'm going to throw it. But because I like that reaction bite. It's just that I saw those fish on the bottom there when I come across right out in here. I come across with my depth finder, and literally I'd thrown this grub and I didn't think it was a color, because I've been throwing it so far this spring and I hadn't had fish on it yet. But normally, you know, we get, you know, the Ned does, I don't know why, it's just a phenomenal bait on the Columbia River. The Ned head with the Z-Man. This is PB&J Z-Man. And generally have really good luck. A lot of times you catch a lot of smaller fish. But so far today, these have been pretty good fish so far. Look, I don't know what that cruise ship's doing out there, but he's turning around and coming back. He left Cascade Locks. If you see the Bridge of the Gods right over there, you got a barge coming through. Just came over the dam, and that's so cool. This is just such a cool scenic part of the country. I mean, it is just beautiful. If you have a chance to come out here. Oh, fish. Oh gosh darn it, I let him. I'm talking, not paying attention. Let's see if he picks it back up. You got Cascade Locks over here, and you have Stevenson is where I launched out of, and I'll put a map on where I'm fishing here. And if you want to come over, you know, this side of the state, and Southwest Washington, Northwest Oregon part of the country, you know, bring your kayak and your fishing gear, and you know, it's just some great brew pubs, great eateries. You know, if we get open back up here, the pandemic is starting to, seems like, oh, I mean, it's not winding down. I mean, we've got a lot of cases, but people are getting vaccinated, and it just seems like we're going to get going here. It's just, you know, come over, stay in a hotel, grab some nice food. You got all the brew pubs, Cascade Locks, Stevenson, Hood River. You know, you're not far from Portland at all. Not that you want to be in Portland, but because most people don't right now. You get out here, get away from the crowds. It's just a beautiful part of the country. Scenery is beautiful, and catch some fish, and you know, it's just an experience. You know, you'll see me fishing here probably 95% of the time. Maybe not in this part of it, but on the Columbia, because that's just where the fishery is just so good. There's a fish right there. There's one. Fishery is just such a good fishery. How big is he? He ain't that big. He's a bow flipper. Now we're going back down to the, well, he's probably 13 inches. He's probably 13 inches, but come on. But the fishery is just so great. When you find them, you can generally catch them, and you know, one of these days I'll do a catch and cook on these, because they do eat very well. And I don't believe there's a limit on these fish in the Columbia, because of the, you know, they're a predator fish. But just be conscientious of your limits that you take out of here, you know, and the size of fish that you take. I would just that's all I would say, just to keep our fishery in great shape. But there you go. I'll keep catching them, and hopefully I'll catch a bigger one here. But again, I've caught a couple nice ones already, and got a lot of little small, oh gosh darn it, don't want to do that. I caught a lot of little small ones already, but it's taken me a while to get on. So I finally found them, and found some, and they're just hiding on this point up here. And I bet you, see if I can catch another big one. I mean, I really want to catch, it'd be nice to catch another 4 or 5 of those 3.5 pounders. I mean, that fish was big, it was fat, and I just can't believe I don't have, I just can't believe I didn't change my batteries in this thing. I mean, I can, but it's epic. See, there's some fish down here. I'm sure these are bass right here. Right there, or a bass. At least that's what I was seeing along the bottom here. All these fish, all them right there, I think that's all fish. Yeah, there's a bite right there. There's fish. Oh, that's a bigger one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good fish. That might be like the other one, or maybe bigger. No, he ain't bigger, but freaking awesome. Awesome small one. Just an awesome smallmouth. I wish I had my net. I should have been fishing. Yeah. I mean, not my net. I wish I had my scale. That's 2.5 pounds. He's a big fat fish too, but I mean, he ain't big like the first one, but he's good. And you know, there's an example of using your electronics to find fish and seeing what you have, and you know, then just fishing them. You know, obviously I'm not getting down there with the crankbait at, you know, 11, 12 feet of water, but I mean, I could if I had that crank, but you know, they're just setting up there, and this is basically how we're going to catch them today, at least for now. At least for now. I mean, I found them early. It could just be a catch fest today, which, you know, I don't have a problem with that, and I don't usually think my viewers have, you know. And by the way, you know, hit like and leave a comment on that, you know. Any other ideas on how to catch them right here? I'd love to hear it. I'll give it a try. So we got the main river here, and these fish, I'm catching them in about 11, 12 foot of water. And they're right, you start seeing them right here. They're starting to pile up right in there. So there's a few fish, and we'll just keep playing it like this. NED rig is so productive at times. It is just so good. I got braided line. I use the braid because it doesn't have a lot of forgiveness, and it you know, doesn't stretch, has a lot more sensitivity. This is a ultralight, you know, Akuma, obviously custom black, but a nice little rod. And I got, it's 6 pound braid, and then I got an 8 pound leader tied onto the end of it. It's about 6 foot long, and it works really well. I mean, I like the braid. It doesn't have stretch, it doesn't tangle up, at least it hasn't on this. See, I'm back out of the wind. I'm in the wind here. I'm not in the protection of the behind that rock like I was before. That's kind of fun out here playing around in it like this. Got to work your boat. I don't know what the audio is like because of the wind, but see if we can get another couple good ones right here. I mean, it started out at Dinkfest, but the Ned got the pigs. At least I got better fish. I got 3 good ones here with the NED rig. Caught 4 already with it right here. Some fish right there on the bottom. Deeper water, but there's some fish down there. There's a fish right there. Take it. Oh, I think it's a good one. Got him. I don't know if he's good or not, but it's another fish. He don't feel heavy. He ain't bad. He's a dink. Just a dink. I'm gonna go try this rock pile here, go off the front of this, and then, you know, I gotta find some more. I gotta find another drop off the main point. And, you know, them that bass boat out there, they found it. They know what's going on. They've been sitting on probably drop shotting. I don't think it's the same boat. Yep. We was working earlier, but it could be. This wind is definitely pushing today. Like I said, the water has dropped a bit, so that probably isn't helping matters as far as the shallow water fishing goes. There's one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one on the. That's a good one on the crankbait. Yeah, he ain't great, but just when they hit, they smack it so hard on that crankbait. It just. I mean, that's a good fish. Nothing to complain about at all. And he's in shallows, and I'm kind of liking that. Oh, he ate it too. One thing about him, when they one thing about cranks, when they're chasing, sometimes they're going the other way and then they just thump it. But there you go, nice little 14-incher, maybe 15. Since I don't have a scale or a board, we're just gonna have to guess, and I'm just gonna say he's 15 inches. He's 14. He's 14 and a half. But I see how this wind, this pushed me. When I caught that fish, he pushed me 40 yards off where I wanted to be. It looks like something down there. Fish? Yep. Oh, that's a good one. Felt like a snag. Oh yeah. Oh, he ain't that big. He ain't nothing compared to what I was getting over there, but still got a fish. 10 foot of water. There we go. It's a nice fish. He pulled like a tank, but he just wasn't. See, that's the thing. I thought I saw him again on that. It looks like there's a few fish down there. Kayak. Got fish. Oh yeah. Is that a good one? Oh yeah. That's a good fish. Hey guys, what do you think of that? good day out in the Columbia today. Doesn't